Hey, welcome back to Best in the Biz, CNA's entrepreneurship podcast, talking business with CNA alumni and students. My name is Ian McDonald. I'm your host, and today with me is Rae Miller. Welcome, Rae.
Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to be here, Ian. Thanks for inviting me. It's nice to be here at CNA.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. So we'll jump right in. So please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do at CBDC.
Hi. Well, I'm Rae Miller, and I've been a business development officer for about 17 years, and now I'm the new executive director for CBDC Long Range. In CBDC Long Range, we do business advice, counseling, and business loans. So that usually helps businesses.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a good spot to
It's
start,
a good
isn't it?
spot to start,
Yeah. And especially in rural Newfoundland and Labrador
Oh
as
my
well, right?
goodness,
CBDCs
yes.
are all across the province and
We
all
are.
across Atlantic Canada,
We
correct?
are right across the country.
Right across the country.
Right
Wow,
across the
that's
country.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're really the backbone of a lot of rural Newfoundland and Labrador businesses and rural
There's
Canada
fif-
businesses.
there's 15 here in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Wow, wow, that's fantastic. Okay, so what are some of the common challenges or pain points that entrepreneurs usually come to you to get advice with?
Pain. There's a lot of pains these days.
I can imagine.
Right now, it seems like the biggest pain though is finding employees
Yeah,
and retaining employees. We see that a lot. There's a lot of businesses they have like expansion plans or even just continuing plans.
yep,
And finding and keeping the employees has been a real challenge these last few days. There's also they have problems like they need bookkeeping skills. They need cash flow skills. They need capital skills. We see a lot of that
yeah,
for the customers that we see.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think the labor that you were speaking about
Mm.
is pretty much across the board everywhere right now,
Oh,
right?
and it's not just here in Stephenville.
Yeah,
It's right across the country.
that's
So
right. That's
yeah,
right. It's a difficult one right now that hopefully will be alleviated over the next couple of years. I'm not
I
sure
hope
how it's going to
so. I
happen,
hope
but
so.
hopefully they can figure it
We
out.
need lots of CNA graduates to fill all those jobs.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Awesome. So at CNA, we get a lot of questions around funding options and what are the best ways to kind of go about it. So, what are some tips and tricks to kind of get people started and help them avail of some of your funding options?
Okay. So if you want to come in and there's lots of places where you can get business loans, but if you're coming and what you need to do is pretty much the same for wherever you go. But I would suggest if you're coming into CBDC to apply for a loan, do your research. Find out what resources, what equipment, what do you need? Work it all out. Get some quotes. Find out the exact amount that you need to borrow. A business plan really helps out with that a lot. If you got a good solid business plan, then we can see the roadmap of where you guys want to go, and then it's easier for us to follow along. It's easier for us to talk to our board to get an approval that way. So get yourself a business plan or at least do the research.
Definitely. And it seems like the more people you talk to, the more you explore, the better off you usually are.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The more
Yeah.
research, the better. Yeah, no doubt. So knowing about different regulations and things like that in Newfoundland about starting a business, what are some legal and regulatory considerations entrepreneurs should be aware of when getting started?
That's really dependent on what type of business that you're starting, but a good place to start I would recommend would be BizPal. So this is a website that's run by Service NL through Newfoundland. It's actually in every province, but it's connected to Service NL here in Newfoundland, and it's www.bizpal.ca. You just type in what type of business you're starting. It gives you a full list of all the certificates, all the regulations that you need to meet
Wow.
for that type of business. I would, or you can come in and talk to us at CBDC.
There you go.
You can come in and talk to us at CBDC, and there's actually a lot of places where you can go and discuss this. But yeah, did we already talk about where all the places we could go? No.
We talked about a couple, but
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
review those, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
So go to the towns, get yourself a town permit. Go to Service NL. Service NL will break down everything that you need to do and obtain to meet the minimum standards for the government of Newfoundland and Labrador. Workers' comp. So that would be through Workplace NL. So if you're just by yourself, you don't have to have workers' comp. But as soon as you have even one part-time employee, now you have to have workers' comp. So you're going to have to pay for that. HST number. If you got sales over $30,000 for the year, you're going to need an HST number. So you'd have to go through CRA to get your HST number. You can contact us at CBDC. We'll go through all of that stuff with you when we're sitting down having a meeting.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Again, it's a great place to start,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yep.
It
So
is.
yeah, so talking about getting started, and we talked a fair amount about getting started. How about the folks that have already been up and running for a couple years? Um, you know, I guess what tips and best practices would you have for those folks?
For the people that have been running for a few years, they're looking at either maintaining what they have or expanding or even succession planning. So again, a business plan helps with your future endeavors. Uh, I would take a look at what resources you have, what finances that you have, what do you project for the future that you're going to need. If you need help with any of this stuff, we also have the consultant advisory services. So it's called a CAS, whereby if you need a consultant to do a feasibility study or an expansion study, we can cover up to 75% of the cost of that consultant to a maximum payout of $6,000.
Wow.
So there's consultants out there that can actually, are experts in this type of stuff. So they can help you determine whether or not your expansion plans are reasonable.
Yep.
Or even if there's a feasibility to it.
Wow. That's a great service.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Wow. That's really good. So that's a great spot to start, especially for, like you said, like succession planning is such a big thing in Newfoundland and Labrador right now.
It is.
And of course, across Canada, like
Right.
pretty much all the other issues that are happening right now, they're worldwide.
They
more
are,
or less,
absolutely.
right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's a good service to know of for a lot of people looking
Yeah.
forward to succession planning.
And even if they're not into, expansion, if they're just looking at to improve their current situation, we have the Entrepreneurial Training Fund. So if you need business skills like bookkeeping, marketing, business management, human resources, etc., we can pay for a trainer for up to $2,000. We cover 90% of the cost of that. Now we're a little bit flexible on the 2,000. If you've got one that's 2,500, we can certainly take a look at it. But if you're looking at a full college degree, no, we're not. We're not
Yeah.
covering the cost of that. Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's nice to have that flexibility.
Yes, absolutely.
Up
Absolutely.
to a certain point.
CNA's Entrepreneurship Hub is your one-stop shop for entrepreneurial support. Looking for business guidance, workshops, mentorship, or other services to take your business to the next level? Check us out at www.cna.nl.ca/entrepreneurship. Now, back to our episode.
So I know you deal with a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of the success stories that you've
Oh.
seen over the years?
Well, there's a privacy law.
Yeah.
I can't actually tell you about any of our businesses, but
Yeah.
I'll just give you an idea. We do help a lot of businesses, like from fishermen to hairstylists, restaurants, retail, construction worker, forestry, transportation, mining, farming to an extent, because there's a lot of already farming outfits out there now, like Farm Credit Canada, etc.,
Yeah.
that can take care of specifically the farmers. But we're there to fill in the cracks when need be.
Yeah.
Type of thing, right?
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
And it seems like I know you're involved with a couple different committees, and
Yes,
there's
yes.
a lot of different success going around those as well. Hey, it's
Yeah,
great
so
to see.
besides being with CBDC Long Range, I'm also with the Long Range Small Business Committee. So we do different events to try to help out entrepreneurs, increase their sales, make them more well known, and increase their marketability. So we're just in the process of finishing off the 12 days of Christmas, whereby we had over 150 businesses.
Wow.
They each got a Christmas box and ballots and posters. So, and this is a little partnership with the town of Stephenville. So they gave us $750. So there will be a first place prize of $500 and a second place prize of $250.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So this cost the businesses nothing.
Yeah.
So
wow.
During the Christmas adventure on Main Street on the December 21st, there'll be a draw. If one of these 150 businesses, one of their ballots is picked, their customer wins a $500 gift card to their business, paid for by the town of Stephenville.
Awesome.
So the customer gets a $500 gift card. The business gets a $500 sale. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win for everyone. Yeah, no doubt. Wow, 150 businesses too. That's no small
150
task.
businesses, and then there's a second prize of 250. But
Great.
same deal.
Yeah, same deal. Good stuff. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, especially around this time of year, it's a good success story there, right?
Who couldn't use a $500 gift card, right?
Exactly. Doesn't matter what time of year for that matter, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So,
What resources and tools would you recommend to entrepreneurs to help manage their businesses more effectively? So you talked about, bookkeeping, things like that. Are there any tools out there that you would identify as being more successful than others?
I go back to the bookkeeping again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I have a business degree in accounting finance. So
It's right up your alley.
it'd be right up my
Yeah.
alley. But I mean, seriously though, if you can keep track of your sales and your
Mhm.
expenses, you're doing a quote on a specific project. So you're quoting them for, I can do this project for 40,000, but you haven't really looked at how much this project is going to cost you, and it turns out it cost you 45,000. Well, you just did this job at a loss of $5,000.
Yeah.
This is not sustainable.
Exactly.
If you can get just even a basic handling of bookkeeping, just to see your income and expenses, to keep track of whether or not you're on target to making some money out of this. Because who wants to be in business and be losing money?
That's right.
It's a code for disaster.
Yeah, no
Right?
doubt about that.
Yeah.
So one of the things we haven't touched on yet is mentorship. So how do you think that kind of fits into what we were just talking about?
Mentorship's awesome. And that's probably a program that maybe CBDC should have, but but we don't. But if you can get yourself a business buddy, there's nothing better. This is someone, say for example, if you're a new business and you have a mentor, someone that's in the same type of industry as you, has been through all the stuff that you're going through, knows all the suppliers, knows the type of customers you're dealing with, knows about the slow periods, knows about marketing woes. This is someone that you can have a chat with and you can get business advice from, someone that's basically in your shoes. Enlo actually has a mentorship program. That's the Newfoundland and Labrador Organization of Women Entrepreneurs, and,
Yep.
and I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yep.
So if you're a woman entrepreneur and you're, say, in the Stephenville area, they might match you up with someone in the same type of business down on the Burin Peninsula. So it's not in your competitive area,
Nice.
but still, I mean, a hair salon down there and a hair salon here is still a hair salon.
That's right. Yeah,
Right?
same principle.
The same principles, same type of customers, same type of product. So it's someone that you can ask questions to, and they're there to help. So it's your business buddy.
Yeah.
It's good to have.
Yeah, I like that, the business buddy.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
It really is. And here
Yeah.
at CNA, we actually have a mentorship program as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, so
Awesome.
if you're a CNA student or alumni, then you could get in touch with me and get paired up and matched with a experienced entrepreneur. Or if you're an experienced entrepreneur, we could definitely use your help mentoring young and upcoming entrepreneurs.
That is fantastic. I encourage that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lastly, that's pretty much it. So
Okay, yeah.
finally, where can our listeners find more information about CBDC?
Okay. You need to come to CBDC to get business advice or counseling, get a CAS, even get an SEA, which is a self-employment assistance benefit. You can come to CBDC Long Range. We're at 35 Carolina Avenue here in Stephenville. You can give us a call at 709-643-2933, or you can send us an email to longrange@cbdc.ca, which is LONGRANGE@cbdc.ca.
Perfect. All
Thanks.
right. Well, thank you very much, Rae, for coming on today. It's
It was
a pleasure
great.
as always. Yeah.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That's a wrap for today's episode, folks. If you liked today's episode, please leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can also find us on our website at www.cna.nl.ca/entrepreneurship. Thanks, and see you next time.